Councillor Russell?
Not much to report on after all that, Mr. Mayor. I'll just say that I'd like to congratulate Councillor McGuire for facilitating our strategic planning with the harbors, and we had another good meeting on Monday night, and it's moving along. And if the council so wishes, we can send a letter and get the public input next. So that would be nice. Thank you.
Okay. I think everything's been covered. I'm not going to repeat it again, but I would just remind everybody that all the activities in Lambton Shores are on our website and accessible, easy to get to. So find out what's going on. I would extend a thank you to our Works Department and staff for all the preparation that they're doing to get set up for the weekend coming up, the long weekend, and all the areas that kind of challenging spring and weather. But I think things will be ready and we are open for business. So pass that along. Councillor Scott.
Forgot to mention that I went down at 6:30 in the morning to take pictures of the artist Ralph McEachran, and two members from staff, Dutchie and Doug was all I know to buy. And they were down there putting up the branches on the forest lamp posts, and I know that there are banners to go up. And those guys were amazing. They did a fantastic job, and it was really pretty to see, and they look gorgeous. So everybody make sure they go down into the forest and take a look at them, because Ralph did an amazing job.
Okay. Thank you for all those council reports. I omitted to have a raise and report from our in-camera session, and I will just report that during the closed session, Council directed staff to submit a nomination to the Sarnia Lambton Sports Hall of Fame and referred the issue of the appointment of a replacement member to the Committee of Adjustment to the open session. During the adoption agenda, Council will be asked to add the issue of appointment to the committee to the agenda. So I inadverted that. We will do that through the process. Councillor Russell.
I'll amend that motion.
Amend the agenda approval motion. That was my fault. We got out of order. Second, Councillor Underwood. All in favor? Carried. We will do this raise and report. Delegations. We have one delegation. Mr. Speak has been asked to come, or is asked to make a delegation. So I would ask you to come forward. I thank you for following the procedures, the new procedures that we have to allow your opinion to be heard by council. So we all have the presentation that you sent out, and you have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and that is quite a process to go through for the first time. Anyhow, why I'm here is I've gone through the agenda and I find myself questioning the Watson report, which is going to come up today. To start, the following issues are food for thought prior to today's council decisions and would fall under the heading "the right thing to do," is my feelings. Council needs to be and will be accountable on the decisions they make. And with that being said, in this report 27-2014, coming to council before the entire project financial information is complete. Didn't the municipality learn from the original proposal that it should do its due diligence in order to communicate openly and accurately to the ratepayers to minimize confusion and rumors throughout our municipality? Why hasn't the OP been completed first so that the use of our sewers, for the use of sewers in Zone 3 and 4 is clarified within the OP before the issue of sewer development charges for that area is presented as a way of paying for a sewer plant that the ratepayers of that area may never use? Is it double dipping if a septic system user is also paying for a sewer system they do not use and have perfectly good and inspected septic systems as per the outline of Lambton Shores and Lambton County specs? Are public meetings being planned in each ward before council makes a final decision on this matter? If not, why not? Why the change from paying for this type of infrastructure by user pay or growth pays for growth? This project is not like the Legacy Center all ratepayers could actually use that facility. Public meetings in regards to municipal decisions are a part of democracy and clarity to the taxpayers. In a point of interest, I state, is it ethically, let alone legal, for the municipality to impose sewer development charges on an area within a municipality that recent council discussions through the OP process have clearly determined won't need sewers for the foreseeable future, as per Minister Bradley's summary of key issues released in the fall of 2013. The decisions made by council are all pieces of a puzzle. Without having all of these pieces, the puzzle cannot and would not be complete. Until the true costs are known across the full project and all inputs are factored in, this report, 27-214, cannot be complete and should only be received and filed at this point.
Thank you.
I got one more line. I'm done?
You okay?
I'm done?
It's really hard to do 2 minutes because the bell went.
Yeah, I know it is.
Okay.
I tried to do it quick.
Because this is the first time, I'm going to let you finish your last line. We all have that report that you just read. So.
I know. Thank you. Why would a partial decision of a final decision? Or was this report just intended to be an update? What confused me there was that our tenders are coming in very shortly. Why wouldn't we let that until we got the hard numbers in and then have that study? Thank you.
Thank you for that. And we will carry on with the presentation 7.1. We have Peter Barnes and Jamie Dippy here from BDO and our financial statements. And I would ask you to make the presentation. Welcome you to our meeting tonight.
Thank you. Good afternoon, and thanks for having us here to talk about 2013 gas statements. So I'm Pete Barnes, this is Jamie Dippy.
Maybe better put the microphone just a little bit.
And
Hello.
a little closer. Hello? Is that better? All right.
Thank you.
All right, so here we go. So that's us on the screen there. We can skip to the agenda. So there's a few things we want to talk about today. First, our auditor's report. Jamie's going to go through some of the financial statement highlights and highlights from the notes. There's a couple other statements in the package as well that we'll touch on, the DIA and the trust funds. There's a letter that we need to discuss with council, our final letter to those charged with governance, and then we're going to spend just a couple of minutes on the new AMCO standard that's coming out called liability for contaminated sites. So Jamie's going to pull up the auditor report now. So basically, you can see it's divided into 3 sections. Near the top there is management's responsibility for the statements. So management are the ones who are responsible for the preparation and fair presentation of these statements in accordance with Canadian public sector auditing accounting standards. And then for any internal controls that they determine are necessary to enable the preparation of these statements that are free from material misstatement. So then our responsibility as an auditor is to express an opinion on these statements based on an audit. So we have to conduct our audit in accordance with Canadian generally accepted auditing standards. So we have to plan and perform the audit to obtain reasonable assurance about whether they're free from that material misstatement. So we believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient, that we can provide a basis for an unqualified audit opinion, which is at the bottom of the statements there. So we're saying that the consolidated financial statements present fairly in all material respects financial position of the municipality as at December 31st, 2013, in accordance with Canadian public sector accounting standards. So Jamie's just going to walk through a few highlights from these statements.
Thanks, Pete. So as Pete had mentioned, my name is Jamie Bibby, and I've had the pleasure to actually complete the audit field work and work with Janet and her staff at the finance office at the Grand Bend location. So I'd just like to start by thanking Janet and her staff for the hard work and effort that they put in. It's certainly a lot easier to do an audit when you have the cooperation and the staff to work with. So all of the councillors received the financial statements included in their agenda. So what we have done is we've just kind of incorporated those into this PowerPoint presentation.